Fire danger remains a threat in eastern Washington as a local blaze sent firefighters scrambling to put it out. And a local company has been ordered to pay a large fine to the federal government. We'll tell you why coming up.
And folks, it's a moon set right now. That's the moon right there in almost the center of your screen. A chilly and cool Wednesday is on your way. I'll get you prepared. My first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to midweek. And can we, Director, can we take a look at our Skycam? So let's take a look. That little sliver
Just
is
a little
the
guy
remnants
right there
of the super blue moon. So Riley, you may ask, what makes a blue moon?
Well, I know what makes a blue moon.
It's a full moon that happens twice in a month.
Exactly.
Once in a blue moon, it happens twice a year. So what is a supermoon?
I don't know if I know the answer to that one.
That's when we're closest to the orbit. Our orbits are kind of closest together in the year. So it's a rare, it's not going to happen for 37 more years. And it peaked last night. Oh my goodness, the moon is gone. Good Wednesday morning, everyone. And again, Riley filling in for Jill this morning. And folks, we got a interesting day ahead. So we had a little bit of shower activity roll through some of our areas yesterday, and we could see a little bit reach our areas, this little bit of kind of an outcropping from this pretty good mass we're seeing up north. So we're going to keep a close eye on that. We also have just little bits of showers coming through, but this should move along pretty quickly. We expect to see more sunshine as the day goes on. 78 in Yakima for your high. And again, folks, we're going to be staying cool. 81 for the Tri-Cities. Now, winds definitely a factor yesterday. They're going to start to slow down as we get into our evening hours, but 10 to 15 to even 20 mile per hour winds as we head into our morning hours. So blustery and cooler than we saw yesterday. And we actually had some not great air quality yesterday late in the Tri-Cities region especially, but that has all settled down as well. So my voice is a little gravelly from that. But folks, I'll have much more in my forecast that's coming up, but we're going to send it back to Riley.
Thank you, Jason. Well, it's exactly what you do not want to see on a windy day in late August. Fire burning near power lines in Kennewick. Yesterday afternoon, near Desert Hills Middle School, police shut down part of Bob Olson Parkway because the wind was spreading the fire so fast. Kennewick Fire Chief says crews were able to keep the fire between 10 and 15 acres. The Gray Fire has burned more than 10,000 acres and destroyed 240 homes near the town of Medical Lake in eastern Washington. That fire now 90% contained. The cause of the Gray Fire remains under investigation. A contractor predicts it will take hundreds of millions of dollars for that community to rebuild. We'll have more on that part of the story later on Good Morning Northwest. Firefighters have the Oregon Fire burning in Elk, Washington, 79% contained. Flames have burned more than 10,000 acres and 126 homes. Fire crews on the ground and in the air are hitting hot spots. No word yet on how this fire started. Congdon Packing Company and D&H Properties Yakima will pay more than $194,000 as part of a settlement with the EPA over violations of the Clean Air Act. EPA officials say because they had more than 10,000 pounds of ammonia on site for the refrigeration system, they had to have a risk management plan in place to prevent dangerous chemical spills. But the EPA says their plan didn't cover all bases. They had outdated safety information, equipment that wasn't maintained or properly replaced, and 3 employees that weren't given their initial safety training. Plus, months late on turning in a process hazard analysis and years late on implementing recommendations from the last one.
By making sure they do implement this plan and having all of these parts of their risk management plan in place, it helps prevent any future releases, which is really our goal in our program.
Congdon's moved its fruit packing to a different location in 2021, and D&H Properties Yakima sold the property on Meade Avenue. Now a different company runs the cold storage facility. Benton County Fire District 1 held a special board meeting in Kennewick yesterday discussing the possible discipline of one of its firefighter paramedics. However, the employee is also one who has brought a lawsuit against the district for sexual harassment and other claims. According to Benton County Fire District 1 firefighter, paramedic Samantha Ward received a complaint against her by another employee, and a hearing was scheduled before the public before disciplinary action could be taken. However, in March of this year, Ward filed a lawsuit against Benton County Fire District 1, claiming she was a victim of sexual harassment and discrimination. She also alleges she was denied a promotion because she was denied training opportunities. Ward's legal counsel says they believe the complaint made against Ward was made after she filed the lawsuit, and they say it's retaliation. Despite an emotional testimony and those letters of support, Ward was fired at the end of yesterday's hearing.
Was in direct retaliation to having filed a lawsuit and participating in protected activities. I believe they tried to make an example out of me for what happens if you do speak up as a female in the workplace at Benton County Fire District 1.
The first time I've ever seen a pre-disciplinary hearing done in such a setting as a Board of Commissioners. Interesting way to do things, not the way that I have seen it done. Taken back by the decision, and we'll follow our process going forward.
Ward tells Apple Valley News Now after her termination, she will be seeking further action against the department. She referred to her lawyer for the next steps that will be taken. ESD 123 has selected Lindsay Leitner to fill position 3 on the Richland School Board after 3 of the 5 board members were recalled in the August primary election. ESD 123 selected Leitner from among 3 candidates to fill the position held formerly by Semi Bird. Leitner will be sworn in at the Richland School Board meeting on Thursday. Then the 3 board members will be able to appoint 2 temporary positions. We'll return in just a moment, but first, Jason Valentine joins us live now for another quick look at the weather.
Hey, it's the return of the super blue moon, folks, and we're looking at a chilly day again, even chillier tomorrow. Maybe a little bit of shower activity this morning. I'll get you caught up and get you ready for your Wednesday and my first alert weather forecast coming up.
And a new deal that gives local hockey fans a new way to enjoy Tri-City Americans games. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Trust falls? Really?
Come on, Jack. It'd be great for morale.
If I wanted to raise morale, I'd offer a choice of 2 sandwiches plus curly fries, a taco, and a drink for only $6.
Thanks, Jack. I trusted you guys.
Try my $6 Jack Pack today.
It's a new spin on Dancing with the Stars. Coming this fall to ABC, Disney Plus, and Hulu.
Check out Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, your local Old Hickory Sheds dealer. We sell and deliver a wide variety of buildings, including storage sheds, lofted barns, playhouses, cabins, and more. Come visit us at 3680 West Van Giesen Street in West Richland.
Lad Days are here. Our annual fall sales event is the best time to get discounts on Lad irrigation services and products. You'll find great deals on parts, pivots, projects, repairs, and more. From August 28th through September 1st, stop by any Lad irrigation location to take advantage of these once-in-a-year prices. Prizes and snacks, too. This is simply our way of saying thank you to our customers. Learn more at ladirrigation.com.
Why did you choose Sunset Gardens?
I had Skip's urn at home for 2 years. In my mind, when Skip passed and I had him cremated, that urn was always going to be at home. But what I realized is that there was no closure. So in placing him and giving him that honor, I know that his spirit is now soaring where it should be, and mine is soaring where it should be.
See what makes Sunset Gardens the perfect choice for your loved ones.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Come save like a member and see why over 1 million membership families save more at Bi-Mart. Arriving in your mailbox this week, you'll find 16 pages of everything you need, from back-to-school supplies, Labor Day weekend needs, sporting goods, pantry essentials, and more. Bi-Mart's one-time $5 membership unlocks a lifetime of savings. Save now with our latest savings book at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
Whether you're working hard or hardly working, it's time to get a better night's sleep. And during the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. And get up to $900 off adjustable Purple mattress sets. Or check out the Summit, now only $299.99. Save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress ends Monday.
For fans of my sourdough jack, this is for you. 100% beef seasoned as it grills, hickory smoked bacon, and melty cheese on my original sourdough bun. And for my imitators, better luck next time. Try my sourdough jack today.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back, everyone, on this Wednesday morning. Well, local hockey fans are going to hear some changes on the radio this season. The Tri-City Americans have announced they are officially signing on with Jacobs Radio. Jeff Jacobs, you might know him, said you'll be able to tune in on an app to listen from anywhere you have a cell signal. And locally, he said you'll have change with giving fans a clearer signal on FM radio instead of AM.
A great thing for the fans is that this not being an AM radio station, FM we're in full stereo. Right? You're going to have a better sound quality. We've invested in some very state-of-the-art equipment, both the Tri-City Americans and Jacobs Radio, to bring these broadcasts crystal clear. It's not going to be like through a phone line like it was for so many years.
The first game and launch of the new change will be September 8th at 6 p.m. Well, the Downtown Association of Yakima is accepting applications for the annual Chalk Art Fest in downtown Yakima, and this year the event is carnival themed. This year they're trying to make the free, family-friendly event bigger and better. They're encouraging kids to come in Halloween costumes, and we'll have a costume contest this year. They're bringing in more music and adding a hospitality tent for the bands, and for the first time they're also offering artists the ability to sell their artwork in a booth during the event.
Our goal is always revitalizing the downtown and having events down here to showcase what we bring and what the downtown has to offer to the community.
They're still looking for volunteers, artistes, vendors, and sponsors ahead of the event, which will be October 14th. They have spots open for 25 artists and a cash prize for the winner. Well, coming up, there are medications millions of Americans rely on for their health. Now we've learned about the list of drugs the government plans on negotiating prices for. And folks, just the last remnants of that super blue moon. I'm going to return with your first alert weather forecast. I'm going to get you ready for your Wednesday. That's coming up next.
Buy more, save more during the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 amazing days to get $100 off every $1,000 you spend, plus 6 years no interest. But hurry, the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
What you doing out there?
Taking the scenic route. I know this looks like a summer blockbuster, but this is a Nissan sales event tag. With 5 drive modes, this Nissan Rogue gives the performance of a lifetime. Now comes the real star of the show.
Now get a low $419 per month lease or get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
Better hurry. These offers won't get a sequel.
Hey, Tri-Cities. It's time to discover summer at Corwin Ford. And time to gear up and get out there on a new Ford to discover all the best summer has to offer, including our best selection and best offers and best rates of the year on Ford trucks and SUVs. So get ready, Tri-Cities, and discover summer with Corwin Ford, family driven for over 100 years.
Youth ride free with BFT. If you're in middle school or high school with a student ID and you live in Pasco, Kennewick, Richland, Prosser, Findlay, or the Kybee School District, look on your student ID for the BFT logo. Show that to the driver and ride free. Don't have a BFT logo sticker on your ID? Talk to school to get yours. Don't worry about driving or finding a ride. Just hop on a bus and get where you need to go. Visit BFT.org for info.
This is your home, where you do something new. where it becomes more than a place to stay, where they have their first day, where we share our favorite spots. This is where the big steps in life meet the small moments that make each day familiar. Like you, we call this place home. We're here to help you take the worry about how you get there, so you can focus on finding your way home.
Find your way home in a new Subaru Solterra and help make wheels make wishes come true from McCurley Subaru.
It's the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress. And right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress ends Monday.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. We've made it to midweek, and we have a pretty calm morning this morning, except it is looking very windy this morning. Also, we have a little bit of shower activity. Could be coming into the Connell area, coming in from up north. And again, this is where all the showers that were building above us kind of ended up north, but we're seeing a little of that coming down, kind of returning the favor, but we'll keep an eye on that. It should be pretty quick, though, if it comes to Connell. Now, tomorrow we do have rain possible. We have a low-pressure system up just by the Canadian border, and it's going to continue to churn in just a little bit of shower activity tomorrow, especially in the morning hours, so we're keeping a close eye on that. But again, we didn't see that much shower activity yesterday, so they've been kind of a bit of busts recently. Now, today we are looking at some sunshine. We're going to see even more sunshine as the day goes on. Tomorrow morning, though, good chance of seeing some shower activity rolling through, especially in your morning hours, and then bits and pieces hanging out into the evening hours. So the real sustained showers will be in the morning, or at least the best chance of the sustained showers are in your morning. Now, air quality has definitively improved. Look at that. The entire region is in the good zone. Now, the Tri-Cities late last night was in the unhealthy for sensitive group zone, as it took a little bit to get rid of all the smoke, and it kind of accumulated in the Tri-Cities area, but it has moved on, and we expect the smoke forecast to remain very nice as these winds continue to come from the southwest. And we are looking at, again, heavy winds today continuing. Temperatures, we are in the mid to lower 60s to mid to upper 50s. So gradually getting a little bit cooler, and we're going to be even cooler tomorrow. My goodness, we are going to be seeing about a 30-degree difference from Monday to tomorrow, and 10-degree drop into tomorrow. Then we'll warm right back up into our weekend, but still we are below our average for this time of year. A relatively, considering the time, chilly Labor Day weekend ahead. We've had some scorchers for Labor Day weekend. That's not happening this year. So double digits pretty much across the board, save for Yakima. That might be a missed signal, so we'll keep an eye on that. Should pick up, but we're looking at windy conditions. They are going to slow down, though, as we get into our evening hours. And then tomorrow and Friday, Saturday, pretty light winds. We'll see them pick up on Sunday. Again, 10 to 20 mile per hour, and then slow down into our weekend, including that Monday holiday. 79 our high in Yakima, same for Toppenish, down to 72 for Ellensburg, getting chilly there. Lower 80s to upper 70s. Again, pretty much on par with what we saw yesterday, and mid to upper 70s in the Blue Mountain region. 7-day forecast for Yakima. Good chance of that morning showers at least tomorrow, and then occasional showers possible on your Friday. Then we'll be drying up for your weekend, and Labor Day looks to be 77. Still chilly, about 10 degrees off our average, but still looking fine conditions-wise. In the Tri-Cities area, we are going to continue to be partly cloudy skies, say for Thursday and Friday. And again, folks, today could see a quick little spritz in the Connell area specifically, and even along the Blues. Other than that, going to be staying dry, more sunshine as the day goes on, and quite windy this morning. Just get ready for those cooler temperatures and rain tomorrow morning.
The Biden administration has released its list of the first 10 drugs that Medicare will be targeting for price negotiation. It will likely be years at the very earliest before we see lower prices at the pharmacy, but Apple Valley News Now's Alyssa Warner reports this is important because up until now, Medicare hasn't been able to negotiate drug prices at all.
Eliquis, Jardiance, Xarelto, Entresto, Stelara, Enbrel. You've almost certainly heard the names in advertisements on TV and online. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, or CMS, says insulin and 9 other drugs on their list accounted for more than $50 billion in Medicare prescription drug costs in a single 12-month period. That same list cost patients more than $3 billion in out-of-pocket costs last year. And that's not counting the people who simply didn't take their medication because they couldn't afford to fill the prescription.
On too many nights, too many Americans lay in bed staring at the ceiling, worrying what will happen if their spouse gets sick, if their child gets sick. Today is the start of a new deal for patients, where Big Pharma doesn't just get a blank check at your expense and the expense of the American people.
Until now, the government has simply had to pay up for medications, which in some cases could cost thousands of dollars per person per month. The Inflation Reduction Act gave CMS the authority to negotiate directly with drug makers. That might seem perfectly reasonable, but the Biden administration is facing opposition from Republicans in Congress and lawsuits from the pharmaceutical industry saying that giving the government power to negotiate drug prices amounts to imposing government price controls or even taking private property for public use without just compensation, which would violate the Constitution. Administration officials say they're confident in the law.
There is no part of the Constitution that prohibits Medicare drug negotiations. And just important to remember that basically what pharma is arguing in these court cases is that they should have no limit to be able to charge whatever they want. And that is exactly why Americans support the Medicare drug negotiation by 80%.
Alyssa Warner, Apple Valley News Now.
Now that the list is out, drug companies will have to decide if they're willing to negotiate or risk potentially losing the government's business. Officials are planning to research through the fall and winter and then make price offers next February. If everything goes perfectly, those negotiated prices would take effect in 2026. Summer's almost gone, and that means the annual flu bug will once again rear its ugly head. 2 other viruses, COVID-19 and RSV, are also expected to circulate through the air. But for the first time ever in the U.S., vaccines for all 3 threats will be available. A senior White House official says COVID-19 will likely have the biggest impact. An updated COVID vaccine is expected next month, and shots for the flu and RSV are already available. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says in addition to getting vaccinated, people should also try early testing, improving ventilation systems, and in some cases, mask wearing. The White House says an updated COVID vaccine is important because immunity eventually weakens and updated variants find ways to sneak around immunity from previous vaccination or infections. 3M has agreed to pay $6 billion to settle numerous lawsuits from U.S. service members who say they experienced hearing loss or other serious injuries after using faulty earplugs made by the company. Hundreds of thousands of veterans and current service members have reportedly sued 3M and Aero Technologies, a company that 3M acquired in 2008, over their combat arms earplug products. The service members alleged that a defective design allowed the products to loosen slightly and allow hearing damage. The $6 billion settlement will be made in payments that will run through 2029. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, the newest marketing stunt from sandwich chain Subway is giving fans the chance to chow down on some sandwiches in the sky.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich. With fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion or bacon or sausage, well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Our customers depend on us for everything. We grow well over 200 different crop varieties, and there's tremendous diversity within our trade territory. We spend a lot of time and work a lot with our customers on enhancing and utilization of the products that John Deere offers. From a technology perspective, we do what we say every single day.
Craving an action-packed stack of game-changing, meaty, cheesy sauciness? Taco Time's Taco Cheeseburger. You're welcome. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or get $6,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your community Chevy dealers.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book, arriving in members' mailboxes this week. There's 16 pages of great store-wide savings, including everything you need for Labor Day. At Bi-Mart, our members save more every day.
First alert weather, early warnings, and accurate forecasts.
Stacy Lee.
On your television, online, and on the go with our mobile app.
She's on your side. Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather, weeknights at 5, 6, and 6:30.
Saturday, the final year of the Huskies in the Pac-12 kicks off on ABC and Apple Valley News Now as Boise State takes on Washington live from Seattle. The Broncos battle the Huskies, Saturday starting at 12:30, only on Apple Valley News Now.
This is where the big steps in life meet the small moments that make each day familiar. Where they have their first day. Where we share our favorite spots. Like you, we call this place home. We're here to help you take the worry about how you get there, so you can focus on finding your way home.
Find your way home in a new Chevy and help make wheels make wishes come true from McCurley Chevrolet.
I think they like each other.
I'm Charles. Lunch?
Vanessa, I like lunch.
Give in to deliciousness. Buy one craveable classic and get another one for $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back, everyone. So, Jason, a
Yes.
normal subway is underground.
Yes, it is.
But this subway wants to take people 1,000 feet above the earth. Sandwich chain Subway is taking a blimp to a handful of cities next month.
Inside the gondola is a makeshift subway location where 6 lucky people can chow down on deli meat in the sky. This bread zeppelin is 180 feet long, and it looks like a giant floating deli hero.
Incredible. Those in Kansas City, Atlanta, Orlando, or Miami can sign up for a chance to dine and float at register.subwayinthesky.com. Competitor Blimpie hasn't commented on being beaten to the promotional blimp punch.
Well, there's only 126 Blimpie locations in America, and Subway, I believe, has way more than that. So
I would believe so. I love that you know that number.
I looked it up, actually, because I was curious. I saw this story. I didn't actually read that Blimpies was mentioned. I was going, shouldn't Blimpies have? Oh, Blimpies is just not even a thing anymore, almost.
Almost.
But anyways, very cool.
Very cool. Would you take a ride in the Subway blimp?
I don't even need a ride. Give me a hero sandwich, I'll eat it.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't need much to help with that. Well, folks, let's take a quick look outside. I've got a look at your weather. That is coming right up.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, according to weather officials, Hurricane Idalia is still strengthening and is forecast to be at extremely dangerous Category 4 intensity when it makes landfall. And the FBI announced it has dismantled a global network of hacked computers used in a major fraud scheme. That's coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
In today's Tech Bites, we could feast our eyes on the latest iPhone in less than 2 weeks. Apple has announced its next big press event for September 12th. The iPhone 15 will likely be unveiled. It's expected to have a USB-C port to comply with EU regulations that take effect next year. Google is bringing its Duet AI assistant to all of its workspace apps. The company says more than 1 million people have already tested the technology. Google is charging large corporations $30 per user for access. That's the same price as Microsoft's AI assistant. And finally, Meta's avatars are looking more human now that they've grown legs. But they're not for everyone right now. The legged avatars are only available to beta testers of Quest Home software for now. Meta first said it was working on the legs nearly a year ago. It's too bad this is already a feature. I thought for sure they would have launched it tomorrow. Those are your Tech Bites.
I'm a bear. I'm coming out of hibernation after the best nap of my life. And Papa is hungry. And while you're hitting the trail, I'm hitting your cooler. Oh, cheddar! I've got a hot dog bun. And your cut rate car insurance might not pay for all of this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me. Roar!
Did you know taking Xyzal at night relieves allergies while you sleep? So you wake refreshed for a more productive day. Get 24-hour continuous relief that does not fade. Be wise all, take Xyzal at night.
Pure Leaf is crafted in a variety of flavors that'll make you say, ah. Enjoy juicy peach, zesty lemon, or ripe raspberry without any artificial flavors. Pure Leaf iced tea, real variety, real brewed.
Hurricane Idalia is crawling toward Florida's Gulf Coast, forcing mass evacuations in low-lying areas expected to be swamped when the powerful storm makes landfall later this morning. And a major announcement from the FBI as an international law enforcement effort has taken down a worldwide network of computers involved in a major fraud scheme.
And a chilly and cool Wednesday is on the way. I'll get you prepared by First Alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to midweek. It's all easy street towards the weekend.
Fantastic.
And it's Labor Day weekend.
Oh.
A lot of people getting an extra. Now, we'll be here Labor Day morning because that's what we do. We keep bringing you the news no matter what.
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. So, folks, how are you this morning, Riley?
This morning, I'm great. It was less windy than it was when I walked out the door than it was yesterday morning. So it was kind of nice not to be kind of attacked by the wind when I came in this morning.
Sure. It's just kind of nudging you this morning.
Exactly.
We still have some winds. And we have a doggy coming up.
We do. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I am so excited.
So we're looking forward to our, what is it, our friend of the week? Or
our Operation Best Friend.
Okay, excellent.
Yep.
Excellent. All right, let's take a quick look outside, everyone. And folks, we are looking at a, besides the wind, pretty calm morning. We do have a chances of a little bit of shower activity coming in to the Connell region as we're seeing our northerly shower activity starting to bleed into our areas. Looks like that might be the only region getting hit, but we're going to keep a close eye on that. And we do expect showers, at least a good chance of it returning tomorrow morning. Now, we still have windy conditions, 10 to 15 to even 20 mile per hour winds this morning. Those will slow down into our evening hours and definitely into tomorrow. More sunshine as the day goes on. Highs on right around where we were yesterday, upper 70s to lower 80s. But do get ready for even cooler temperatures tomorrow. We're going to be in the lower 70s to upper 60s as we head into tomorrow. So chilly conditions. So the cooling trend sticks and going to intensify tomorrow. Windy conditions, especially this morning, and that rain returns tomorrow. Of all that in my forecast, that's coming up. But for right now, let's send it back to Riley.
Thank you, Jason. Hurricane Idalia, now a Category 3 storm, is gaining fury over the Gulf of Mexico as it charges toward Florida's Gulf Coast, forcing evacuations in areas expected to be swamped once the powerful storm makes landfall. Idalia intensifying overnight with winds of more than 120 miles per hour, expected to hit Florida's Big Bend as a Category 4 storm. ABC's M. Wynn is in Tampa with the latest.
This morning, Hurricane Idalia barreling towards Florida's Big Bend, expected to make landfall just north of Cedar Key. The hurricane strengthening over the Gulf of Mexico, threatening to unleash catastrophic storm surges and rainfall.
My son's a law enforcement officer, and he's encouraged me real bad to leave.
have ordered a lot of body bags. They're expecting some fatalities, so I don't want to be one of them. This is scary.
Governor Ron DeSantis warning people in coastal communities.
This is going to be something that will leave significant impacts, and particularly in this part of the state.
Overnight, people in at least 30 Florida counties placed under evacuation orders. Residents hunkering down, boarded up windows and filled sandbags. Tampa Electric securing tens of thousands of workers from more than 20 states as far as Maine to help restore power after the storm. 5,500 National Guardsmen are also on high alert. Experts say climate change has intensified the storm.
It's 88, 89 degrees over where the storm's going to be tracking, so that's effectively rocket fuel for the storms.
President Biden has been in constant contact with Florida officials and will receive a briefing today. FEMA is already calling on Congress to approve more funding for disaster response.
We're watching out closely for those storm surges, which could reach as high as 16 feet in some parts of Florida. It adds to the increasing flood threat here and along the coastline. Em Nguyen, ABC News, Tampa.
The FBI and European law enforcement agencies have taken down a massive network of hacked computers used to defraud victims out of hundreds of millions of dollars. The Justice Department also seized more than $8 million in cryptocurrency from the hackers. The DOJ removed the malicious code from an unspecified number of infected computers in the U.S. and around the world. It's a blow to a hacking tool known as Quackbot. The tool has been used by Russian-speaking ransomware gangs to cause significant harm to healthcare providers and government agencies around the world.
This was an unprecedented operation with worldwide scope, led by the FBI and the Department of Justice, but also in collaboration with partners throughout the world, including law enforcement partners in France, the United Kingdom, Germany, the Netherlands, Romania, and Latvia. Together, we have taken down Quackbot and saved countless victims from future attacks.
According to Tuesday's announcement, there were roughly 200,000 infected computers in the U.S. and 700,000 globally. Jason Valentine is here with a quick look at your weather forecast.
Folks, we have just a chance of a little bit of shower activity this morning, especially for Connell. Other than that, staying dry, windy, and chilly. We'll get you ready for your Wednesday coming right up.
And the kings of late night TV are coming together to start a limited run podcast for a good cause.
This summer, GMA's popping up all across the country. It's GMA's Rise and Shine Summer Tour.
Rise and shine!
Rise and shine! So where will we be this morning? Okay, here's a clue. There's tons of sun, style, and endless beaches. Find out this morning only on Good Morning America.
Watch me. Watch my first step turn to leaps and bounds. Watch me play carefree while the world goes round. Listen to me join in with every girl and boy. Screams of happiness, limitless joy. Watch me run through the grass and sand. They said I would, now I can. Watch me. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Hi, Jason Valentine for the Apple Valley News Now Great American Flag Swap. Bring your old tattered American flag to All City Transmission on September 8th, and in exchange, we'll give you a brand new flag as we celebrate America together.
At All City Transmission, we stand as proud Americans, cherishing our nation's symbol of unity, the Great American Flag.
Honest work, quality price, All City Transmission.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
Get our very best savings during the Labor Day sale at More Furniture. Everyone knows More is synonymous with incredible style at the best value. But our Labor Day sale offers a special opportunity for everyone to save big. Our latest fall collections have arrived and they're all on sale. Our best sellers are in stock and they're all on sale. It's the best time of year to save big and get your home ready for fall entertaining. Visit your local More Furniture where everyone buys furniture for less.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet.
like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Jeff Mancini here with an incredible offer from Mighty Bite. We're celebrating 15 years and the most lure patents in history. Mighty Bite looks, smells, sounds, feels, tastes, and swims like a wounded baitfish. With millions of pieces sold and fish being caught around the world, Mighty Bite's interchangeable adaptive features transforms the lure so it just works better in almost every fishing situation and for every type of fish. Catch more and bigger fish with Mighty Bite. Call or click today.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Welcome back on this Wednesday morning. Well, big names of late night television are coming together in a unique way to support the ongoing writer's strike. Talk show hosts Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Meyers, and John Oliver are joining forces for a new limited podcast titled Strike Force 5. According to Spotify, the podcast will air once private chats between the late night hosts who started meeting weekly in May after the WGA strike began. The series will have at least 12 episodes, and each host will serve as a rotating moderator, discussing the complexities behind the continuing Hollywood strikes. Proceeds generated from the podcast will go to out-of-work staff from all the hosts' late-night shows. Strike Force 5 launches Wednesday and will be available on most major podcast platforms. Well, an investigation launched into nearly 5,000 pilots suspected of falsifying medical records in an alleged attempt to conceal conditions that would make them unfit to fly. Those pilots would fall under the scrutiny told the FAA they were healthy enough to fly. However, they did not report, as required by law, that they were also collecting veterans' benefits for disabilities that would make them ineligible to pilot a plane. VA investigators uncovered discrepancies by cross-checking federal databases. At least 60 pilots have been grounded amid a review of their records. Officials now considering whether any of the pilots should face charges for allegedly defrauding the benefit system. Coming up, Eastern Washington residents now have to rebuild after wildfires burn their homes to the ground. And folks, I'll return with your first alert weather forecast. Let me get you prepared for your Wednesday with a sneak peek at your Labor Day weekend as well. That's coming up next on Good Morning Northwest.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
It's a new spin on Dancing with the Stars. Coming this fall to ABC, Disney Plus, and Hulu.
David, did you remember to get me an anniversary present?
Anniversary? Of course, it's Mattress Depot USA's anniversary, and we're having a gigantic sale.
Take advantage of our best prices of the year.
And interest-free financing.
David, you do know anniversaries only come once a year, right?
Yes, and if you miss ours, you'll be sorry.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Craving an action-packed stack of game-changing, meaty, cheesy sauciness? Taco Time's Taco Cheeseburger. You're welcome. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
Smiling first can help someone find the courage to do the same.
This is your home, where you do something new, where it becomes more than a place to stay, where they have their first day, where we share our favorite spots. This is where the big steps in life meet the small moments that make each day familiar.
Like you, we call this place home. We're here to help you take the worry about how you get there, so you can focus on finding your way home.
Find your way home in a new Chevy and help make wheels make wishes come true from McCurley Chevrolet.
It's a factory-authorized clearance at Blue Compass RV. Before the 24s arrive, every 23 must go. Every reasonable offer will be accepted. All 23s come with an exclusive 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. A $5,000 value only Blue Compass can provide. If you ever dreamed of owning a new RV, now is your time. Every 23 must go at the factory-authorized clearance. Only at Blue Compass RV.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. We've made it to midweek, starting to see a little bit of light out there and a little bit of cloud coverage as well, but this cloud coverage will move on out or continue to move on out throughout our day. We're going to see plenty of sunshine today. We do see a little bit of shower activity rolling through Connell. This is from up north, and we're going to see if this fans out at all. So some of our other areas could see a little bit of shower activity just to the north of Walla Walla into Dayton as well. But again, as I said, we're going to see all of this start to move out. But as we head into tomorrow, let's start with tomorrow. We do have a low pressure system right at our pretty much border with Canada, starting to move south during your Thursday, and more shower activity coming into our area, specifically in the morning hours. Now today we're seeing plenty of sunshine, again a little bit more sunshine as the day goes on, but as we head into tomorrow morning, we're going to see a pretty big wall of shower activity coming in, so do get ready for some wetness tomorrow morning, and that'll move along and then just scattered showers into our evening hours. We could see a little bit more shower activity start to materialize as we get into our Friday. So just a little bit of shower activity, but we have been seeing way more precipitation the last couple of weeks than we really have almost all of the summer. So air quality in the good zone, yay. Now in the Tri-Cities area, we dipped into the unhealthy for sensitive groups, the orange spot. So if you had some trouble breathing last night, that is exactly why. It took a little longer for the Tri-Cities area to flush all of the smoke out, but we're finally rid of it. Looks like we're going to stay that way as winds continue to be from the west to southwest as we have another blustery day today. We're going to see around 10 to 15 to 20 mile per hour winds today. I'll get to that in a bit. Current temperatures were in the mid 60s to mid 50s as we're starting to get cooler and cooler in our morning hours. And folks, we are dipping even cooler for our highs into tomorrow. From Monday, we were at 100 degrees for the Tri-Cities, down to 70 expected for your Thursday, a 30-degree drop in just 3 days. That is pretty significant. We'll recover a bit in our temperatures for our Labor Day weekend, but still chilly for Labor Day weekend. So we're right where we expect to be wind-wise. We're right in those mid-teens. I do expect Yakima. I think that's a misread on the equipment. We should be seeing some winds in Yakima as well. We'll see it in the next hour. But again, folks, seeing a little bit of push. That push will slowly start to ebb as we get to our evening hours. Tomorrow and Friday and even Saturday, pretty much light winds. Winds will return Sunday, 10 to 20 mile per hour winds, again, as we cool down into our next work week. So cool temperatures today. We're staying cool. 79 for Yakima, 72 for Ellensburg. Ellensburg, you'll be in the 60s tomorrow. In the Tri-Cities and Mid-Columbia areas, lower 80s to upper 70s. And in the Blue Mountain region, right in those mid to upper 70s as well. 7-day forecast. Folks, 68 tomorrow for Yakima with those morning showers. Then we'll slowly warm up to the weekend. Much nicer conditions for your Labor Day weekend. Tri-Cities area down to 70 tomorrow, 79 by Friday. So folks, a little bit of shower activity expected tomorrow morning especially. And again, we're seeing a little bit of shower activity right now in Connell. But folks, get ready for a sunny yet chilly and windy Wednesday ahead.
The Gray Fire has taken a huge toll on eastern Washington. Flames have destroyed 240 homes in Medical Lake. Now the community begins recovering from the wildfire. Marissa Relo spoke to a person who lost their home to the fire and she also heard from a contractor about what it will take to restore the Medical Lake community.
It's been 10 days since the Gray Fire began ripping through Medical Lake. The destruction behind me once was a home. A family member who used to live here says they think it will take at least a year to rebuild.
Travis Hodgen was working as a camp counselor when he found out the home he lived in was about to catch fire. He says he only cared about his cat, Potato. When he returned from camp, ash and piles of burned remains covered the ground where his house once stood. 3 years ago, Hodgen was homeless. The family who lived here took him in, and this has been his home ever since. Now, they are all living in a hotel. They have lost so much, but Medical Lake will always be their home.
We want to rebuild. Medical Lake is a really great community, and I think we're going to make the house smaller. I think that's her plan. Obviously, I was not the homeowner, so that's completely up to her. But we're just hoping to find maybe a nice Airbnb for the next year.
I spoke with a local contractor on the phone who estimates that it will cost at least $200 million to rebuild all the homes destroyed in the fire. About 6 to 8 different contractors will be needed to restore this community. For smaller homes, it will likely take a minimum of 1 year to finish. For larger homes, 18 months to 2 years. This is what the Medical Lake community now faces. Hodgen says they have 3 cats that were lost in the fire. 1 has been caught. His cat Potato is still out there. He comes every morning to entice him with treats, but still no luck.
We usually set up a tarp, play Uno, and try to just make them feel comfortable. Cats are just notoriously hard to catch because they're so skittish, but we caught 1, and we're going to continue to come back every day until we have all 3.
Hodgen says because they now live in a hotel, he doesn't even know if they can keep the cats. They may have to be rehomed. He says this is tough since he already has lost so much.
At last check, firefighters had the Gray Fire 90% contained. Flames have burned more than 10,000 acres. A delayed start for fall classes for some Washington students. Teachers in the Evergreen School District say they will go on strike today if an agreement has not been reached. The first day of school for the Camas School District sidelined Monday as teachers there went on strike. They say they're concerned about larger class sizes and want equitable funding for programs and cost of living raises.
We're seeing really big class sizes in the secondary level. We have chemistry classes with 38 students, which is concerning for safety. It's so disheartening. It's impacting students, right? We're supposed to be starting our first day of school, and that is what we want to do. Right now, the district isn't even willing to come to the table.
Inflation's gone up. The state's provided more money for us, and so we're just asking for that money that's already been agreed to.
And unfortunately, it had to start with doing some expenditure cuts, right? Just like a private business would do. In order to get back on track and really get to a balanced budget.
The district's superintendent says declining enrollment, a loss of pandemic funds, and a loss of 20% of the budget from a local levy impacted resources, which resulted in layoffs, and that included 37 teachers. When we come back, a Minnesota hair salon is offering a safe space for one little girl who's experiencing hair loss.
So, Richardson family, the neighbors are very curious about your new family member.
Oh, Robe Elizabeth?
Hello.
We built her when our daughter moved out so we could keep our family plan and save money.
With US Cellular, you don't need a 4th line to get the best deal. It's just $19.99 per line for 1, 2, or 3 lines.
Oh.
I guess we don't need a 4th line anymore.
This is awkward.
Now at US Cellular, it's just $19.99 per line. US Cellular, built for us.
Buds and Blossoms 2 in Richland, servicing the full Tri-Cities. We design custom arrangements for birthdays, weddings, funerals, and just because. Stop into Buds and Blossoms 2, home of the Big White Dogs, at 1310 Jadwin, Richland.
It's the Ford Big Deal Labor Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs, now through September 4th. Lease a well-equipped 2023 F-150 for just $389 a month for 36 months, only at your local Ford dealer.
Okay, who here has reached peak fall?
Peak what?
Peak fall.
I am wearing plaid.
And I'm wearing a cardigan.
I guess I am eating snickerdoodle cookie dough.
And I am eating a pumpkin pie blizzard.
The new DQ Fall Blizzard menu has reached peak fall. Pumpkin pie, snickerdoodle cookie dough, and more. They are back.
I just love fall. Apparently we all do.
Oh, they did it! Peak fall achieved. DQ, happy tastes good.
He posts his thirst traps in a leather-bound album. Florida wants to retire and move to him. He's Gary.
And I'm your first Golden Bachelor.
Local news matters, and at Apple Valley News Now, we believe it matters where you get your local news. Because of this, our team is committed every day to build better newscasts. And better newscasts mean a more informed and better educated community, which is good for all of us. From the Blue Mountains in the east to the Cascades in the west, on air, online, and on the go with our mobile app. We're Apple Valley News Now, and we're always on your side. On your side.
Get our very best savings during the Labor Day sale at More Furniture. Everyone knows More is synonymous with incredible style at the best value. But our Labor Day sale offers a special opportunity for everyone to save big. Our latest fall collections have arrived, and they're all on sale. Our best sellers are in stock, and they're all on sale. It's the best time of year to save big and get your home ready for fall entertaining. Visit your local More Furniture where everyone buys furniture for less.
It's the Ford Big Deal Labor Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through September 4th. Lease a well-equipped 2023 F-150 for just $389 a month for 36 months, only at your local Ford dealer.
Tips for finding a pediatrician. AppleValleyNewsNow.com from Prosser Memorial Health.
All right, folks, let's head closer to home on this lovely Wednesday morning. We do have some cloud coverage. We're going to see this cloud coverage start to move out as we move along in our morning hours, and still seeing windy conditions. So windy and cool today. Look at that high in Ellensburg, 72. Tomorrow we're going to see some 60s. And for our highs, even cooler tomorrow. Goodness gracious. We hit triple digits to near it on Monday. So we are looking at right around the 80-degree mark, a little cooler for Natchez in the Yakima Valley. Mid-Columbia, lower 80s and upper 70s. I'm afraid, Riley, to see how cool Boardman is going to be tomorrow. They're at 74, mid to upper 70s to lower 80s. Folks, staying cool, windy conditions, a little bit of shower activity coming through Connell right now, maybe even the Blues, but showers to return tomorrow.
A Minnesota hair salon is offering a safe space for a little girl experiencing hair loss. The 6-year-old has a medical condition where the immune system attacks her hair follicles.
As Jana Shortle reports, not only is the salon experience giving Kira a boost of confidence, she is seeing the support of her identical twin sister.
They're the closest of confidants, not just sisters, but identical twins. Mirror images, except
one of them is having hair loss and the other one isn't.
6-year-old Kira Johnson is living with alopecia universalis, a condition that causes complete hair loss. And in simple terms, for kids Kira's age,
it's not contagious, and my body just thinks that my hair follicles are germs.
So you can imagine what it could be like when Sister Ava needs to get a haircut. But the reality is, Kira gets as much attention as her sister.
And she just always made sure to make sure that they both felt special, that salons are for everyone.
It's thanks to the stylists at Studio Alice in Roseville, led by owner Jamie Wickard.
So they've been in lots of times to get some beauty services done. It's been a lot of fun watching them grow and watching them love on each other. They're really cute and close, and they're really supportive of each other.
Since age 2, Kira's stylist, Becky Lynn, has treated the little girl to scalp massages, washes, and braiding, even when Kira had very little hair.
So she braided it all up for her, even though you could count the hairs. It was so tiny.
Now the studio helps style Kira's wig and apply lashes as well.
Wig arrival day was huge. She's hugging the box, she's hugging the products.
She was very excited, she was beaming.
And last year, when it was time for back-to-school haircuts, Ava decided to shave her head in support of her sister.